Chào các bạn. Hôm nay mình sẽ làm cái đoạn clip này tăng lên cho các bạn đi xe vô chuồng, tức là có tên gọi là bài thi ghép xe dọc vào nơi đổ. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ cho cái phim mình chạy cái đó, mình sẽ lên. Bây giờ cái điểm quan trọng của mình là đây là nhà xe anh chị.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God. Hai bên. Là khoảng từ 3 đến 5 tấc thôi anh chị. Mình muốn làm được điều đó mà mình không có nắm đặt riêng mình
Vice President Johnson.
Cái nhà xe đây là cái nhà xe này.
Speaker.
Team nhà xe là nó phân cái nhà xe của mình ra làm hai. Mình lấy ngay giữa mình gọi là team
President Eisenhower. Vice President Nixon.
Bây giờ mình
President Truman.
Dấu vàng này là team nhà xe ha.
Reverend clergy.
Đây, dấu vàng.
Fellow citizens.
Team nhà xe.
We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now. For man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe.
The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed, and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. Có nhiều người hỏi mình là tại sao nếu mà ngoài đời mà không có cái chai nước suối đó, là không có mấy cái điểm canh đó thì canh sao? Thì đây bây giờ mình sẽ hướng dẫn
Let every nation know
nó không có chai nước suối đó,
whether it wishes us well or ill,
được loại thấy cái nào ngoài đời á,
that we shall pay any price,
mình muốn lùi bao nhiêu thời gian thì mình cứ lùi 1 tiếng 2 tiếng gì cũng được,
meet any hardship,
vô cái ô đó thôi.
support any friend,
nhà xe này anh chị học để nó biết đường mà đậu như nhà xe, ví dụ như hai chiếc xe này người ta đậu hai bên, anh chị phải biết cách lùi vô đậu ngay giữa, gọi là đậu xe vô trong cái nhà xe mình đó, nhưng mình đóng hai bên cái thiết đi chẳng hạn, hai bên bức tường đi có cái ô mình mình lùi vô.
To those old allies whose cultural
ngoài đời á,
and
mấy
spiritual
chị không
origin
có thời gian, mấy
we
chị
share,
chữ nào đó ra.
we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures. Divided, there is little we can do. For we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our word that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away, merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their own freedom.
Xe mình giật thẳng cho nó xuống ha anh chị.
And to remember that in the past, those who foolishly sought power by riding the back of the tiger ended up inside.
Ủa cho anh nếu mà trường hợp mà tâm sai mình lùi ra bên trái.
To those people in the huts and villages across the globe,
khoảng đất không?
struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves. For whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republic, south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds in a new alliance for progress, to assist free men and free government in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors know that we shall join with them to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that this hemisphere intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, the United Nations, our last best hope in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace.
Để khi
we renew our pledge of support
mấy anh chị biết
to
vô thi
prevent it
tâm
from
lý nó không ổn định
becoming merely a
nó rất là
forum
bị
for
cuốn
invective,
cuồng, bị quán, bị
to strengthen
máy
its
nó độc
shield
lo, lúc đó tâm
of
lý
the
mình
new and
nó
the weak,
nhiều cảm giác thăng trầm lắm,
and to
không ổn định
enlarge
đâu.
the area
Thành ra
in
bây
which
giờ
its
trước khi
written
mà
they
mình
run.
muốn cho học viên mình trình diễn á,
Finally,
mình sẽ tập ở ngoài đây,
to those nations
thân khô
who would make themselves our adversary,
mình biết cách xử lý,
we offer not a
sửa
pledge
những cái sai,
but a request
rồi đúng như thế nào, sai như
that
thế
both
nào,
sides
thì
begin
chắc chắn là
anew
mình
the
sẽ cho
quest
team
for
sai nhiều
peace.
hơn là đúng rồi, tại vì
Before the dark powers of
sẽ
destruction
làm được thôi,
unleashed by science
sửa lại.
engulf all humanity
nhưng có tình huống mà nó
in
sai
planned or accidental
được
self-destruction.
thời gian là ok.
We dare not tempt them
Có
with
nhiều người
weakness,
không biết sai xử lý như thế nào
for
là
only when our arms
hết thời gian rớt luôn.
are sufficient beyond doubt
Thành ra bây giờ mình vừa tập
can
đúng
we be
mà
certain
sai.
beyond doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can two great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course. Both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly alarmed by the steady spread of the deadly atom, yet both racing to alter that uncertain balance of terror that stays the hand of mankind's final war. So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness, and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Let both sides explore what problems unite us, instead of belaboring those problems which divide us. Let both sides, for the first time, formulate serious and precise proposals for the inspection and control of arms, and bring the absolute power to destroy other nations under the absolute control of all nations. Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, tap the ocean depth, and encourage the arts and commerce. Let both sides unite to heed in all corners of the earth the command of Isaiah to undo the heavy burden and let the oppressed go free. And if a beachhead of cooperation may push back the jungle of suspicion, let both sides join in creating a new endeavor, not a new balance of power, but a new world of law, where the strong are just and the weak secure and the peace preserved. All this will not be finished in the first 100 days, nor will it be finished in the first 1,000 days, nor in the life of this administration, nor even perhaps in our lifetime on this planet. But let us begin. In your hands, my fellow citizens, more than mine, will rest the final success or failure of our course. Since this country was founded, each generation of Americans has been summoned to give testimony to its national loyalty. The graves of young Americans who answered the call to service surround the globe. Now the trumpet summons us again, not as a call to bear arms, though arms we need, not as a call to battle, though in battle we are, but a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, a struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Can we forge against these enemies a grand and global alliance, north and south, east and west, that can assure a more fruitful life for all mankind? Will you join in that historic effort? In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standards of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward, with history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking His blessing and His help, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own.